Hello. So we're at the Nottingham Food and Drink Festival. We've got an interview with the fantastic Rustie Lee in a minute. So we're going to go chat to her, and we're going to be chatting to some sellers and some buyers. And yeah, can't wait. Going to have plenty of food and drink at Nottingham Food and Drink Festival. Let's go. Hello.
I will.
How are you?
Exhausted actually.
Yeah.
Just finished one show, getting ready to do another one. So, and they thoroughly enjoyed it, I must say.
Fantastic. And what have you got planned? What have you just done?
I made prawns in pineapple, which is very nice. I call it Rustie's prawn in pineapple, Port of Spain. And I did some cocktails, aphrodisiac cocktail, and I did something for the children as well, like a banana smoothie type thing. It was very nice.
And is that the same thing you're doing it to?
Yes, we'll be doing that because it's different people all the time.
Yeah, of course,
you know, people going through, so there's no need to do anything different.
So you're kind of mainly known as a TV chef, and you since the kind of 80s you've done that. Yes. What I read a bit into it, but just tell the listeners how did you get into it all?
Gosh, how I got into it, I started off singing actually. I started off as a singer.
Oh, wow. And
my parents had a bakery, and my dad said you need to get a proper profession, because he didn't think singing was a proper profession. And so when I started to go to the College of Food in Birmingham, and I trained as a master baker. So I trained at the College of Food and passed a lot of exams. Wow. And then I opened a restaurant in Birmingham called Rustie's, first ever silver service restaurant in England.
Wow. And
I had lots of different celebrities coming to my restaurant and eating at my table. So it was fantastic. And one of the people who came was someone from Pebble Mill, who said, we'd like to interview your chef to talk about Caribbean food, or to cook it. And my chef was very nervous, said, oh no, I can't. And I said, oh, I'll do it, of course I'll do it. And when I did it, I was extremely pregnant. It was in the 80s, and the first show I did was with Eric Morecambe.
Oh wow.
And I was heavily pregnant in my maternity dress, and he kept on playing me up because I had a set of Caribbean food all spread out, so the people could see what I had. And he loved it, what I was doing, played me up. And then what happened from there was people said, well, he said that, well, not he didn't, I'll tell you another thing. What happened, they put it in the front of the Birmingham Mail, that they'd found a star. Yeah. So that was lovely. And then I was invited down to do different shows at Pebble Mill, and I did different shows in Central. So it was, it just kept on going. And then when TVAM opened, people came to me and said they'd like to put me into TVAM and launch me as a star there.
Fantastic.
So I went down to TVAM, had no idea how television would work, because I by then had my little boy, James, and I had to get nannies and people to look after him to get my life together, because I didn't know how it was going to work.
In the morning as well, for the school run and stuff. Yeah.
And so I had to go down to London at all hours in the morning, from my restaurant straight down to London. So he had to have someone to be there constant as well. And it took off from there. So I landed up doing all sorts of things on TV. Landed up doing Game for a Laugh with Jeremy Beadle and things like that, and working with so many different people, top people in this business.
Yeah, like George Best and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All these people would come into the kitchen, and they would ask to be in the kitchen. They'd ask to be in the kitchen to be with me. So it was, it was a compliment in itself, and it was just great fun. I had the time of my life. Still am having the time of my life. And it was just wonderful. So that's how my showbiz career took off, along with the showbiz career. And then I did radio shows as well. I've hosted my own radio show in Birmingham on WM, and it was voted the best and most listened to show at that time, 2 till 4 in the afternoon. By the Sony, is it Sony? Yeah. When they rate you for the best listened show at that time in the afternoon on a Sunday.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So, and as you mentioned earlier, you had all sorts of guests coming into the kitchen on TVM. Ringo Starr, people like that.
Ringo Starr.
Were you really starstruck by one person that was like, Oh my goodness, there in the kitchen.
No, I wasn't, because I've worked with a lot of famous people,
Yeah.
but who was one of the best people that I really enjoyed was Muhammad Ali.
Oh really?
Muhammad Ali
Yeah,
came
yeah.
to my restaurant.
Oh.
And it was magnificent. It was the most fantastic thing. And I had over 2,000 people outside the door of my restaurant.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, I'll go and greet him, welcome him into my restaurant. I was all dressed up in my evening wear. I'll go and greet him at the door. And when I went down, I could watch, there's a flat above the restaurant. I was watching, looking down. I could see it arrived in this Rolls Royce. And I rushed down to meet him, and as I went to the door, all the people stampeded and I ran in screaming. You know, and it was like lovely. And then he came back another time, but I didn't let anybody know. And it was a lovely picture of him stepping over. We had a little fence, you know, the chain fence, and I saw him stepping over it in a black shirt and jacket and black trousers, looking very relaxed. And that was lovely, and that's a memory.
And let's talk about food, because you know you're a chef, and that's kind of what you do. What would you say is the most important food in a kitchen? What do you think is an essential to have in a kitchen?
Oh my goodness!
My dad says it's an onion.
No, really, I think a pint of milk and some cornflakes.
Yeah.
Because you can't eat an onion. And if you're hungry, at least you can grab some cornflakes, crunchy nuts. And at least you can pour the milk on it and eat it. You know, I just think the essential things is something you can take out of your fridge and put straight in your mouth. And I don't think an onion's the first one. But as regards cooking, I like, some people don't like onions, you see.
Yeah.
I think tomato is good, because at least you could buy chomp on a tomato and you don't have to worry to cook it. And potato, you couldn't just chomp on it. If you haven't got any heat to cook it, you can't eat it. So I would think one of my favorite, milk and cornflakes, and then, or Weetabix or any other man, and probably a tomato, because at least you could slice it and you can put it on a sandwich or something like that. That's the first time anyone's asked me that.
Oh, really? Okay, so and obviously after TVAM, as you said earlier, loads of opportunities were opened up, and you did a celebrity hair and makeup show and things like that.
Yes, that was hilarious. I don't know if you've seen it online, and people are still looking at it online, and that was 2-3 years ago or so. And it's hilarious because they played me up so much in it and sent me in a room, and there was I expected to chat to someone and talk to them what procedure they needed, and there was a gentleman on the table waiting to be looked after, and I didn't expect it. I just ran out of the room in fits of laughter.
And that's on YouTube, isn't it?
It's on YouTube, yes. So I did do lots of different shows. Yes.
And you've been rumoured for things like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here and things like that. What's behind that? Are you going to do it?
Yes, I was to do it. And they picked up, to be honest, this is the honest. I was already, my foot was practically on the plane to go. My bags were packed.
Wow.
They'd given me the list of what I needed to take and what I didn't need to take. The contract was signed, but they have to give you a medical, and they picked up something on my medical that I couldn't go because I'd ripped a muscle in my shoulder, and they sent it over to Dr. Bob. And he said no, because of things I might be doing might make it worse. And he was right, and I think he's absolutely right to do so. And I had a major operation on it. So I had that done in the August after not doing the show. So that's the reason.
So do you think there's any opportunities in the future?
You never know. Yeah. You never say never, because this is repairing and I was going to be going. So they might do it again. I might get invited. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, of course.
This is showbiz, and showbiz is a fickle thing.
Yeah, temperamental, isn't it?
Very temperamental.
Well, Rustie, it's been wonderful speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's been
my pleasure. Lovely to meet you.
Great. Hello, Paul.
Hiya.
From the cheese shop.
Yeah,
The cheese shop, Nottingham.
cheese shop in Nottingham, Flying Horse Walk in Nottingham.
Fine, also.
Mrs. King's pork pies.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what we're selling today.
Fantastic. So what drew you to kind of sell as a Nottingham food and drink?
Well, it's because the cheese shop have a shop in Nottingham, so it's a good way of promoting,
Of course,
their business. And we're a local company making pork pies, which was established in Nottingham in 1853, a long time ago.
It is a long time ago.
And so,
You look it well.
so we're here to promote, Nottingham products.
Fantastic. And how's the festival been so far?
Yeah, great. Yeah, I mean Saturday was really good.
Was it? Yeah.
Yesterday was okay, and today's okay, but Saturday was the day. So I think lots of people buy the shopping for the week on Saturday, so that's where it books the sales. Yeah, and also promoting the shop in Nottingham. Like the web there, I'll have sales throughout the year from coming here. And that's what it's all about, really.
And have you been at the helm of the company for how long?
Yeah, I mean, I've been running Elizabeth King pies now for 25 years.
Wow.
And Webb's had his shop in Nottingham, the Flying Horse Walk, for how long? 12 years. 12 years, yeah. I've been there 12 years, so you've got a great reputation. If you're going to buy some cheese, people in Nottingham know where to go for the quality. And mainly British cheese. It's a good way of promoting his business by coming here and getting young. What's been interesting over the last couple of days is seeing how many younger people enjoy cheese, and that's great to see. You get your Stiltons and your cheddar, everyone knows, but the different cheeses, English cheeses, goat cheeses, soft cheeses, it's great to see young people.
Huge variety.
Yeah, huge variety of good quality. Quality.
Well, thank you very much. Where is it on Flying Horse Walk?
Yeah, do you know where the Flying Horse Walk is?
Yeah.
Where it's just halfway up there in the arcade.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Great.
Good luck.